Hello and welcome to Stephen Allen Almost Daily. I'm Stephen Allen. Actually, let's do the special effect. I'm Stephen Allen. This is a day. What more could you possibly want? Boom! We're here for a Friday live and loose. Bear with while we find the Friday live and loose. Friday live and loose.
Friday live and loose.
If you don't know what one of those is, that would make sense. Why would you? Friday, when we do the show live, every time we do the show, it's live. And it's loose. It's always loose. Shh, don't overanalyze it.
Friday, live and loose.
Welcome along. If you've never been here before, I'm just going to go through some news, give it some of the old chit chat, and you can get involved. Get stuck in if you want to go to the comment section. It's youtube.com/Mr. Stephen Allen. Let's see what's already been happening there. Joodles was first at the traps, saying feeling hot, hot, hot. I'd turn it up. Can we hear that? Let's get that. It's quieter than I planned. Feeling hot, hot, hot. Feeling. Is that quiet for you? I heard me very nice. Feeling hot, hot, hot. That sounds quiet. The feeling your butt. And others. Hang on, what we got going on? It's already moved on. I've been playing to the keyboard too long. Ain't it hot? Says Elite. It is hot. R.I.P. to the Widdy Web, says Kermit. You know what? It turns out not everyone knew what was going on with Anne Widdecombe. The sad passing of Anne Widdecombe. She's died, says Kermit. Yeah, well, that's another way of putting it. Yeah. And who was it who said, imagine dying a virgin? Well, look, here's the news on that. I've worked with Anne Widdecombe. I've interviewed her a few times, but always remotely down the internet. But once we were both on GB News on the same day. She was either on the show before or after me or whatever. Probably before, I guess. It makes sense for the universe that I should turn up earlier and do more prep than she should. And I helped her get in the building. And then we used the lift together. Normally, I don't use the lift. I use the stairs to go down to the studios. But I thought, you know what? Keep her company. We got in that lift, and did she die a virgin? No, that's not what I'm saying. The new blouse. It's not a blouse. It's a shirt. I've worn this one before. I thought I'd just go for a darker green. Brit's here saying hello, lovely peeps. Brit, hello. I'm sure there'll be a survey about you later. If by quiet you mean silent, you've not got any of this at all. It was playing beautifully a second ago. That better? Feeling hot, hot, hot. He's there now, isn't it? I can hear it. What else is going on here? We've gone off topic straight away. I was literally typing that Joodle says Ems. Oh, what happened? Who said what with the who? New blouse. Oi! It's not a blouse. Good afternoon, Steve, says Seb. How have you been this week? I've been hot, but not too hot because there is aircon. I'm feeling cold, cold, cold. Feeling cold, cold, cold. Fruit Cock Charity Cafe, says Charlotte. They've got to be your three words, haven't they? How else could that be in a sentence? I love it. And I'm already keyboard. Oi! Feeling bored. Feeling bored. There's no sound. Is there no sound? I can see it. Widdy was on Talk 2 days ago on Mark Dolan. I mean, not on Mark Dolan. And since then, Dolan hasn't been on. Good news. He's on at 1 o'clock today, and so am I. We're probably going to be talking about Anne Widdecombe. I'm glad it's a new blouse and not a string vest in the heat, says Britt. That's a look, isn't it? It's a bold choice. I might go with it. It's a nice experience for you, Steve. Oi. I'm feeling attacked. Feeling attacked. Someone's just doxed themselves. Good. It's fine now. Thank you. If by better you mean you can hear it. All right, let's move on. Welcome along to a show where it's the Friday kick around. It's live and loose. Welcome to Friday Live and Loose with me, Steve and Alan. I think we've already covered that. So, yeah, keep the chat coming. I'll put a watch on so I feel like I'm dressed. I mean, I'm not dressed. But, which actually, it's a bit of a risk having the old keyboard cam. Yeah, you can't see much. Welcome along to Almost Daily, the Friday edition. Let's start with, we can actually do the newspapers. Front pages. We start off with today's front pages, which I've had a little a swift look through. Here we go. I didn't spot this one earlier, but I like it. Sex therapy fixed much more than my love life, says Emma. Wow, what? And now I want to know. I want to know what, because if it's your Toyota Aygo, good, thorough is what I like the idea of that. Is it? Do they go around and sort out your accounts as well? I like whatever it is. I'm up for that. Badenoch Purges MPs who back net zero. Tory leader says she wants teachers and builders as candidates, not failed politicians. Well, that's all very well for one election. But straight after that next election, you're going to have some failed politicians. It depends how you define failed politician, isn't it? Anyway, she says she's rejected former Conservative MP candidates for her party. The problem is, though, if you just bring in loads of new ones, you don't get to do that argument about how Reform don't have experience. Like, look, the only thing you've got going for you over Reform right now, Tories, is a claim about experience. And that might not be that strong. It might be the experience of mucking things up for 14 years, but at least it's got the word experience in it. Now you're just bringing in some new people. But the idea is that they want people who don't back net zero. The big worry is they're all going to go after the Lib Dems, and do we have to start paying attention to them again? Oh, sick of it. How many parties? Do you know when it was a two-party race? You had to pay attention to two parties. Job done. And now we're all flipping day. I'm not happy about this picture. I'm not a monarchist. I'm not a traditional kind of guy. But if there's one thing I expect from our monarch, it's just not that. He looks like he's singing, "Feeling hot, hot, hot." Feeling hot, hot, hot. Yeah. He's trying to get some air up the gusset there, isn't he? I'm not happy about this because now, hang on, stay there, bear with. I've got a picture from the actual newspapers. We can do it now. Where's the picture of the thing? King, here we are. One of the God damn it. My doctor said I should try and do something that makes me sweat, and that was one of them. Here we are. It's a picture of the king, our monarch, the King of Charles. He went to London Zoo. We covered this on last night's show. He went to London Zoo. Fair enough, have a day out. But he got involved in doing some veterinary or anything. Now, for this, you do have to ignore the fact that it tells us it's a Humboldt penguin. Let's just cover that up because for the purposes of this joke, so we've got some sort of animal there. We don't know what it is. No one really knows for sure. It also says penguin up there as well. Hang on. Yeah. Bit of blue tack on it. Right. So, look. So you got the king there who's he's doing some veterinary stuff on some sort of a black and white coastal bird. And he's using a stethoscope to listen to the no one knows what kind of bird it is, the bird's chest. And it's not just about listening to hearts, is it? You can use a stethoscope to check on lung capacity. I think that's what's happening because the king said, I think I can hear a little puffing. I tried. You've got to admit, I put the work in there. A lot of effort going in. Yes, you're right, Jules. A lot of effort went into that one. I was out of breath afterwards. I could hear a little bit. Let's not try it. Picture of a small wingless creature which waddles around aimlessly and some other puffins. It was a penguin, you idiot. Is that Statler or Waldorf? Yeah. Jesus. Is that Charlie? It is Charlie. He's been on Charlie more. It's the sunglasses, isn't it? That's not what we need. I'll tell you who I feel sorry for in this. She's trying to just make it look like she's not with him. And for a long while, she wasn't. We all remember that. Brit says, I'm betting he made a Chocky Bicky joke. Oh, good point. I felt that. Pick up a penguin. Well, it might be a penguin. It could be a puffin. It's hard to know, isn't it? I think Kellogg's might want a word about that logo. Who's done what with the who what? Nah, they can't touch it, says Elite. Quite possibly. What have I missed? You're up to date. That penguin is eyeing up his fingers. Imagine one of those on a brioche bap. A little bit of fried onions. Ding, 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 ding. And Charlie do even less, says Hi-Ho Kermit. You're up to date. Back into the front pages. So what's going on there? No one knows. He went to the zoo. Flipping, I have a song and dance about it. Literally. And then you've got, this is the front page of the Times. Are you Team Jude or Camp Arthur? That seems harsh. Why doesn't he get a team? Why is he a bit... Oh. Is he a, what's the phrase that I learned earlier on? Fruit Cock Charity Cafe. Is he a bit of Fruit Cock Charity Cafe, is he? That is what, 3 words? He's a tennis player, isn't he? Hang on. Met inquiry into £500,000 donation to reform. This is going to go on for a while, isn't it? I'll tell you what, for the amount of pressure they're going to be under in terms of investigating the money, they might as well just call the by-election now. They've done what? Front page of... I'm rattling through them today. UK's 1.6 million weight loss jab users told to start strength training. Good. Because we stand a chance of then having... This is the best news to prepare us for the eventual war that's coming. Because we can't afford to have proper military things. But if we can con everyone on to at least doing a bit of strength training, we stand a chance of giving someone a slap. Can we get that sorted out? New official guidance from Medical Officer Chris Whitty. Now, maybe if we just zoom in. I don't have a picture that's better than this one. But when someone who looks like that tells you need strength training, oof, ouch, that's got to burn. Like when I went to the doctor's, well, it was a nurse, and for my health checkup thing that they offered, and she sat there and said, the only thing we could, your numbers are fine, your blood test came back all perfect. The one thing we could do is have a look at your BMI. Oh, we can't see it, but it's hidden behind one of your chins, love. I didn't say that, but that's what I felt like saying. The proper meme says, Chris Whitty, the face of COVID. He literally is also the face of it. I know what you mean, but he's got a face like COVID, hasn't he? That's my tune, Ems. What's going on here? Hang on. Eliza Doolittle. Dr. Do Very Little. What, him? Yeah. Charlie Do Even Less. Great keying. Thank you. Ding, 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 ding. Team Jewish here. Well, good luck with that these days. Team Nudes here. Okay. Whoop, whoop. I'm not sure what's happening. Are we all now, do we have to pick between being naked or Jewish? That's interesting, isn't it? Friction burns caused by slides. Sure can be, look at the healing on that. I'm like Wolverine. Especially, thank you, Elite, for setting me up on this one. You can get it's in the comment section. You can get a friction burn from a slide, especially when the slides are too hot. Feeling hot, hot, hot. You're up to date. Front page of, zoom this back out. I've got enough Chris Whitty. The Daily Mail. Hero pieces that rebuilt M&S. Not all heroes wear capes. Not all heroes are capes. Can we calm down about a flipping top being a hero? Because you've got to feel sorry for, someone yesterday was in the fire brigade and they went and put out a fire. They pick up the newspaper and that grey-ass top is apparently a hero piece. No offence, but it's not, is it? Not? What's going on with that? You look like you're dressed as the Fonz, but like you've been through a hedge. Front page of the Mail. What a shameless stitch-up. Burnham will be PM after 322 Labour MPs back him, but voters still know almost nothing of what he stands for. So there's no change. He is the no-change candidate. Is that what's happening there? I know what they mean. It's a coronation, not a contest or whatever, but the contests are also an absolute pile of BS, as it was with the... So back in the day, if I remember this right, Liz Truss, an actual contest, but it was only 200,000 Tory members who were like Tory voters on steroids, but obviously on statins. They're like Tory members on statins. The most Tory of all the Tories got to pick the Prime Minister. But at least that was asking the people. But then when Rishi Sunak took over, there was nothing then, was there? No one stood against him. So that was a coronation. But at least there'd been some debates, I suppose, whereas now there's no debate. Keir Starmer just absolutely rolled over, which apparently he liked Cranian Rent Boys. Sorry, what? We came out of the beep too early there. But voters, yeah, well, you know what I think of this? We should have a law whenever you change Prime Minister, we can pretend we don't have a presidential system, but we basically do. The Prime Minister makes a big difference, doesn't it? Changing them. Look at the change between Boris, Liz Truss, Rishi Sunak. If the Prime Minister, if the top job changing didn't matter, they wouldn't have been like massively different eras. So it does matter, so we should have an election, which means they'd never change leader, so we wouldn't get elections, so it's fine. Fine. Elite says tunage. Feeling tuned. I can do it with any word. It's amazing. It's a gift. Proper Memes says, I need a hero piece. I'm holding out for a hero piece till the end of the night. It's got to be long. It can't be wrong. It's got to work in a fight. Gone too soon. Gone too soon. Total eclipse. You need what? Joodle says you need it to be set to. Oh yeah, set piece. God, I almost forgot what set pieces were for a while. Which is weird because you know how much I love the football, the soccer. You know how much I love soccer. I'm all over it. I love soccer so much that I went out and protested, rioted, whatever they call it. When Morocco lost last, did they lose? Morocco did a thing. Was it Morocco? And I honestly. I'm so into football now that I was like, ooh, got to set fire to a thing. I mean, I didn't because I'm a net zero guy, but just because I've written comedy for the BBC doesn't mean we need to hate me now. Chris Hood's here saying afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Labour, will unite the country with an unelected, uncontested new leader of a party elected with the lowest vote share in history and currently polling lowest ever in history. Boom, that's the spirit, Proper Memes. We can do this. Yes, we could, or something will be the no change is the slogan. Let's do one of those Obama black, white, and gold-coloured pictures of Andy Burnham. No change. Delightful. Cleaner, parking. Oh, God, yeah, got me going there for a minute. Oh, God. Cleaner came yesterday. Not that you can tell around here. Morocco were net zero last night. Eee. Is that what they scored? I don't know. Is that a thing? I understand football jokes now. Thank you. I think we've done the front pages. Before we crack on, we've got one of these today. Due to the way today's show is funded, we'll be back right after these messages. My name is Steve. I do a show online. Ko-fi.com/Mr. Stephen Allen. Give money anytime. Thank you, please. I should point out I'm asking for money and donations for the show, not for the quality of the songwriting. You're up to date. Welcome back. It's a nice outfit, that. I wore that on UK Live, did I? I'm on tour later. So let's get inside the news.
Let's get inside the news.
This one. Fish finger versus UKIPper. Oh, nice. So there's another candidate in the Clacton by-election. Get rid of me coaster. I only put that there to make the camera point at Colin. A fresh candidate has entered the Nigel Farage by-election, calling himself Mr. Fishfinger. Oh, good. No, as long as things are going seriously, as long as this is actual politics. Great. No. He vowed to batter the Reform leader. Fish fingers are breaded. Why has that bothered me more than the rest of this? I realise this story is basically just saying politics is over. This is a total joke. There's a man dressed as a bin, a man dressed as a fox, a man dressed as a fish finger. But don't keep the puns within your universe. If I am to suspend my disbelief, okay, you're a fish finger. What have you got for me? I'm going to batter him. You're thinking of a battered fish, you absolute. So, he vowed to bread the Reform leader and former UKIP boss, branding his shock resignation as a load of codswallop. But look at some of the policies. Look at some of the policies Mr. Fishfinger's got. This is the state of politics in the UK. Replace Admiral Nelson with a Captain Birdseye on Trafalgar Square. Change the national anthem to "Cod Save the King." All right. Make it law that every fish finger sarnie must contain a minimum of 4. You're not as funny as Binface. But the problem is Binface worked for the BBC, so you've got to hate him now, apparently. Replace McDonald's Filet-O-Fish burger with a Finger-O-Fish. I'll go with that because that way you don't have to work out whether you say fillet or not. It's the same word. Communal freezers on public transport. Wait a minute. Talk to me again about that. Are we allowed to stand near the freezers and window shop with the window open? Free fishing rod for every child. You absolute wrong. And back away from my kid. Would you like to come and learn how to fish? Yeah, no. Give my kid a fish finger. Meanwhile, in other politics news, there's Mr. Bond, I've been expecting you. Did PM take the puss? Sir Keir Starmer has been accused of using his official cars to take his pet cat Prince between Downing Street and Chequers. So much is wrong with this, but mainly, who calls a cat Prince? You pillock. Look, it's a dog's name. It's a musical artist's name. It's a prince's name. Exactly where it is. Are we disconnected from something? What are we disconnected from? Am I still streaming? I think I'm still streaming. Sorry, so I had a little alert there saying disconnected. Oh no, it'll be disconnected from the remotes. Let's see. What I'm saying is I don't think Keir Starmer's political future is looking that great. If he's making mistakes like that. You still hear it was touch and go. Oh, OBS reconnected. Oh, yes, we're reconnected. I was banned from Tesco because of a Finger-O-Fish. Proper memes? I'm not at all surprised. Judel says the Clacton by-election is the Nutter £500 deposit donation scheme. Get them to give... Oh, yeah, you're right. If you want to be just vaguely mentioned in the news, which is clearly what Mr. Fishfinger... What? I feel sorry for the people of Clacton. Because here's the deal, and I've screwed it up now, but if you become the MP for Clacton, none of those policies can you actually enact. You can do some local stuff. Taking it seriously, that's exactly what we needed. By the way, while we're talking about, and this might be too big to slide under the thing, we'll use this camera. This is in the newspaper today. This is The Sun. And, right. Summer treat costs saw some blah blah blah. Here's the thing: it's a 99 is £6. It must be flake news. They've literally gone and done. Looking at the price of a 99, that means That's backing a policy by Count Binface to cap the price of a 99 at 99p. The Sun is supporting Count Binface. I didn't think that was ever going to happen. But hang on. There's no way I'm going to get that headline anywhere, am I? Maybe he is part of the establishment. Because normally, when it comes to general elections, the Sun has a good track record for picking the person who ends up doing it. Now, whether it's because you think they're going to win or the support of the Sun helps you win, Binface might do it. Good God. The establishment, including the Sun, is out to get Farage. Who would have thought? Are we all done for serious news? There's this one. Public at risk. A move to expand electronic tagging of criminals should be halted as it puts the public safety at risk. Yeah, it's almost like they're better off being in prison. Someone should have thought of that. The number of convicts wearing tags has more than doubled, but it turns out basically the devices are not monitored. Of course they're not monitored. I'm sat here trying to broadcast and this flipping internet can't even keep me going. There's no way that you can stay connected. All that. Some of those might be on the 3 network. You'll never hear of those prisoners ever again. And they're meant to like monitor alcohol and crap like that, aren't they? Great. So you know that these criminals haven't had a drink, and after the event, you'll be able to work out where they are. Let's see what's going on in the chat. I have battered fish fingers in my freezer right now. Bird's eye. They're not prop. They're breaded. Do breaded. What are you doing? Well pointed out, Steve. Yes, thank you. Clacton by-election. I've done that one. He's boombastic. Mr. Fantastic. Romantic. They call me Shaggy. Chicky. They call me Mr. Boombastic. It's not my best impression. You'll still hear it was touch and go. I feel like that as well. Can still see and hear you. I do apologise about that. Proper Meme says, that's my dating strategy. Doodles. Touch and go. It went all max headroom for a bit there. Well, that's good. He was more successful than me. 99 for £6 was serious news. Is it? Is that the serious bit? I mean, it is quite expensive. It does mean a 99 is on a par with a pint, isn't it? That's gone up to like £5.56. You're screwed, basically. The ice cream vans in the borough don't sell ice cream. Is that where you get your drugs from? You're doing all right if it's £6, then, aren't you? I think we should employ prisoners monitoring those with tags. That's a good system. Yeah. That's me. Casters away. Who's got the spreadsheet? Shaggy. Or Carolina. We're up to date. Oh, also, before we move away from the serious news, we can take a quick look at this one. Meghan will be here with the kids. Here's an update in your Meghan news. The Duchess of Sussex will travel to Britain this week with her children Archie and Lilibet, but will not attend any public events. Have you tried not caring about that? Because I did that a while ago, and honestly, took a load off. She's going to be over it. The newspapers are going to be all upset about this. It doesn't matter. I'm grateful she's not doing any public events because in theory that means we won't have to talk about it. Well, you won't have to talk about it, I suppose. But I'll be turning up to the place. Shabba. Oh, no, I'm not. Yeah, sorry, just seen in the comments. I was trying to do Shaggy, not Mr. Loverman. Who the bloody hell did that? Back to that story later. Yeah. They're coming over here. Hang on. I'm going to read this thing. Meghan has not been seen in the UK. I love the way they write that. Meghan has not been seen in the UK since the Queen's as if somehow she's the lynx, or she's like a wolf, not been spotted in the wild in the UK. Sometimes you can hear a Meghan screaming at night. Despite travelling to the UK, it's understood that she will not attend any of today's events. Don't blame her, it's quite warm. She might be watching this. What she shouldn't do is go down to the beach. Now, this is football news. Bear with.
World Cup 2026. Soccer? I hardly knew her.
Again, might be too big for the page, but yeah. Let's bring in the bad boys. Tops for World Cup news. Flying flags. I really have no idea what's going on here, but there you go. There's some women. There's some football. England over here. England fans, including London-based these people here, see a St George's flag. It's literally the news story, because I kind of understand it when the news story is it's really hot and there are women in bikinis. Here's a picture of women in bikinis. But that's because the bikinis are linked to the weather. This is football is happening. Here's a picture of a woman in a bikini. Daily Star, I love you, but how are you still getting away with it? Can I take a picture of you in your bikini, please? Why is that? It's because of weather. No. It's football. Can you explain why you want? No. Can you take a picture in your bikinis? Can I buy your sliders? Just why are you sure you're working for the Daily Star? Oh. You're up to date. You're going trippy again. Damn it! What's the beef here? I do think it is the internet. Looking at these stats, I got a CPU usage of 15%. That's not going to trouble anyone. I'm only baking a 25 frame per second these days. You don't need high frame rate for the kind of guff I got up to. My drop frames, some crap happened there. All right, so maybe that's an issue. But I did see the little light went to yellow about my my upstream. What else we got going here? Seen in the wild normally means a photo of a night gone crazy. I bet you've been on a few with your small eggs. Steve zoomed in so much, it was flying flange. Can I take a picture of it? Is that what they mean? I think you're allowed to say that word because it just means you can get a flange on a. It's like a beveled edge, isn't it? A flange. It's just the ice cream kicking in, says Jules. What? Where have you put that ice cream? Not that again, Ems. I don't think there's anything you can say that doesn't make now everyone in this chat think, where has she put it? Football's coming home, just saying. Is it? To here? Not sure about that. It's because if it does come home, we get promised a bank holiday. And so I was on the telly the other night, Mark Littlewood was saying, oh, are we serious about the economy, the cost of the economy? There'll be no cost of the economy because A, we won't win, and B, if we do win, no one will be doing any work anyway. So the only real cost of calling a bank holiday will be the cost between no one working versus no one working officially. How many people would have gone to work and worked really hard but thought, oh, there's a bank holiday on, so I won't. Nah, come on. I spotted that too. Oh, it's PM. Steve, you spotted. I've screwed it up now. I'll have to go back and watch. Popsicles again. And we're up to date. All right. I better crack on with this. I've got places to be. Sperm Banksy. 5 babies named after mystery graffiti artist. 5 newborn boys. Why are you at a 5 newborn boys? Given the name Banksy last year, are we allowed to take children away from people just for that? I think we probably should. Mohammed we covered this last night on the show. Mohammed's the most popular name because, not a lot of originality when it comes to thinking of names. I think it's because culturally, if someone suggests that as a name, it's very difficult for them to say, don't really like it. So, in the same way you can't draw a cartoon, it's the same thing. That if no one suggests it, then you could probably name your son something else. This is why there's a lot of homogeneity in the names of Islamic boys, but not in the girls, because they don't name them. No, that's not it. Because they just have different names. But I think when you just spitballing, coming up with names, the one that you're not allowed to shoot down as a bad idea is Muhammad. I've solved it. There you go. There are no bad ideas, guys. But I do think the bigger problem here is that there are who names their kid Banksy? Not even Banksy is called Banksy. Do you want your kid to suffer? Do you know what I mean? No one's going to like you. What a pretentious and it's got the word bank in it, so you're not going to like another crash and they're going to get blamed for it. But the police, imagine the first time a kid gets stopped by the police. What's your name? Banksy. All right. You got to think of being wound up. They're going to get arrested, stopped and searched for any spray paints. And it's your stupid fault because you're a bad parent. You're up to date. Unborn boys are named Wanksy. I like it. Fair point indeed, Steve. Thank you. I've got a tattoo saying that. A bank holiday would make it 2 times or 1.5 times for retail workers. Yes. What? Oops, says Chris. What have you done? I'm out, gone. I've been summoned. Sorry. Go and have fun, Chris. You're up to date. This one won't win me any friends, but meow much. Joodles, we'll give you a shout out. We got a we got a Borough van mention. Thank you. I'll give you a proper shout out for that in a sec. But meow much. Couple spend £25,000 life savings on sick cat vet bills. But look at the top. Pet Mog dies. So look, it's a bit of a waste, isn't it? A heartbroken couple, and I know I'm going to be the bad guy here because I'm saying, why don't you just buy a new cat? But a heartbroken couple say they've spent £25,000 on their poorly cat. They were devastated when Millie had to be put to sleep after they ran out of cash. Could you not see that coming at some point? Look, I know he's 81 in this couple and she's 63, so there's literally no way, even if they'd cured the cat, he might be outlived by the cat, but she was definitely at some point going to have a dead cat. And they kept spending this money. And again, I think vets should have to put up a sign, because the new law is that you have to be shown the cost of the treatments before you get the animal treated. They should also have to put up the price of a new cat. It's the only way to stop these veterinary types absolutely fleecing people. Pensioners as well. They spent their last £417 on the cremation. And that was good. That was good planning. No, because thinking about it, if they were throwing away their life savings on a cat, it was good they were wise enough to stop when they had enough money to dispose of the cat. Otherwise, that would have been an emotional bonfire. That was an emotional bonfire, both metaphorically and also a bonfire. And I feel sorry for the neighbours. Because imagine, I feel sorry for the cat. It's dead. I feel sorry for the people, the pensioners, because they love that cat, and I feel sorry for them. Now they've got no money and no cat. I feel really sorry for them. But I feel sorry for the neighbours if they would have had to do a bonfire with their cat, because they'd have been opening it's hot, having the window open, and they'd gone like, they're having a barbecue. How was the barbecue last night? Love. Oh. Right. Joodles, thank you very much. £1. Oh, I've just finished. I finished me monster, as it were. So I don't have one to hold up to the camera, but thank you. A 99 from a Borough van for extra tripping. What? I've seen up there as well. Up in the Borough, Ems. I've seen pictures of your ice cream vans. They say slow children, and I believe quite a lot of them are. That cat wasn't feline great. I said, oh, come on, you can't joke about dead cats. Has anyone checked on Steve's cats? I have, actually, today. I've explained, haven't I? They both used to absolutely love me, and then one's gone feral. She won't go anywhere near me now. She comes near me if I'm sat down, but if I'm stood up, she just sees me with a threat and runs off. She does the kill. There's a mouse outside the shed, which I refuse to touch. She killed that. The other one still has only ever caught a butterfly once and spat it out, and she still absolutely loves me. And I don't blame her, because she knows I buy the food. They're burning like a dog. They're burning the cats. They're burning the dogs. Without warming up, I don't really get it, do I? Aircon meltdown. Britain's electricity grid operator has issued a plea for more power generation after the heatwave caused aircon use to soar. Good. Because what bothers me about these stories about aircon, is that some people, you're not in the Tories anymore if you think it, but you think, you know what, I guess we're going to get hotter summers. And the same people are thinking, do you know what? I really should not use aircon now because I don't really know why. You've literally got a technology solution for the problem you think we're going to face, but you think we should just suffer? No, make more electricity from the nuclear, from the solar, plug more solar in, do that, fill your boots with solar, but you need a grid that can handle it, and then keep the flipping aircon on. Because it doesn't make the world hotter. It's not one of those, is it? If you're not pumping out carbon to make aircon work, if you're using, your neutral sources, your carbon neutral sources, all you're doing is moving heat from one place to another. Yes, I get you. There will be an increase in entropy. The energy of a system is the enthalpy plus the entropy. Obviously, we all know that. And by moving any heat around, whenever there is any change of state, entropy increases. God damn it, I know already. But the enthalpy is the same amount. So really, is there a problem? And for that, I say...
Science Corner.
Yeah, it's not a show unless we're talking enthalpy and entropy, is there? Because Ems says she knows you'll replace her at the drop of a hat. That's why the one that likes me is liking me, I think. She's realised. She's got to step up. The one that has gone weird, she went missing for a couple of weeks, 5 weeks, I think. And she came back very thin. And then the two cats had fallen out. And this is what kind of bothers me. The one that came back, I kept the other one because the other one was going like, you're not welcome here anymore. And I separated them and I told the other one off, no, we are welcome. And then the one that I flipping got her back in after she ran away, she's now the one who's just gone nuts. So if she runs away again, good luck. Have fun. Proper Memes says, the vet used dead cat strategy to break the news to the owner of the ill cat. That's how you do it. Imagine being the vet who misunderstands that concept. Mr. and Mrs. Owner of the cat. I do have some bad news, but first, piles of dead cat on the table. Talk about that instead. But that is what we're talking about. Yeah. Huge solar farms malfunction in sunny weather. It's getting so much better, though, the technology. There is a theoretical limit on the efficiency that you can get, because you've got a choice with solar. Either you capture energy from a lot of photons, but that means you've got to have a low energy band gap between the conduction and the valence band, or whatever. I can't remember the names of it. There's an energy gap between the two states, right? And you get a little electron come up from here to here. If it's not a big gap, then you can get loads of photons doing it. But you're not getting that much energy in each one. So you get a bigger gap, but then only photons with enough energy. Look, we all understand the photoelectron effect. The one Einstein won the Nobel for it, right? That one. But they're doing it in layers now, so you can actually capture more of the energy. It's getting better, is what I'm saying. Dr. Steve is going for the comb over. Well, been and gone that. And we use a fraction of the power in the summer than in winter. It's just made up. Good flipping point. Aircon uses way less than heating. Of course it does. Guessing the elderly couple weren't Mr. and Mrs. Schrodinger, but at the same time, they were. Thanks, Britt. It's not windy enough. It's too windy. It's not sunny enough. It's too hot for solar. And we pay in every case. You're feeling a bit fleeced. Feeling fleeced. Feeling fleeced. Thank you for taking the time to explain it to me. If ever anyone wants to chat about valence electron bands, of course. God, of course. And if you want to talk about valence electrons using covalent bonding, no. I don't do organic stuff these days. Damn no. But metal bonding, yeah, sure. Ionic bonding, if the lattice is interesting, then we can have a quick chat. This story. Here he is. Kingpin. 12 years for cocaine smuggle at UPS. A courier firm... Oh, I'm losing it. That's harder to say than you think. A courier firm supervisor who paved the way for £10 million of cocaine to be smuggled into Britain was jailed for 12 years. Can I just say, he clearly didn't work for Every. No wonder. UPS, I believe it. If this was someone who works at Every did some smuggling, and where is this cocaine now? Over a fence somewhere. It's in a recycling bin and got recycled. That's all I got now. What's this one? England could be set for a baby boom after internet searches for pregnancy tests shot up 114% during the Three Lions World Cup clash with Mexico. And that's because whilst your average bloke is watching a lot of football, hey, come in England, their wives are getting thoroughly railed. Is that what this story is? Let's just read on. There's so much wrong with this story. You know, if it were like England just beat Mexico, now I wish to go and have some sex, why would you buy the pregnancy test like in the middle of it? It doesn't quite make sense, does it? Unless you knew you were going to do it. And I thoroughly don't understand so much about this story. I watched some football and had some sex, but bought a pregnancy test before I had the sex, before I knew the outcome of the game. And according to Uber Eats, why are you surveying people about pregnancy tests? Obviously, because then they get the munchies and you might sell them food. All right, that one. But the rest I don't understand. Fans hit the panic button after the scheduled 1 a.m. kickoff was delayed by an hour. It prompted a host of delivery searches, popcorn, energy drinks, and pregnancy tests. Can't you wait for an hour without getting someone potentially pregnant? You randy old dog. Right, got some good stuff coming in here. Went too soon on the chat tip. That's true, I didn't. They're hard to say. Solar will eventually be possible to apply as a paint rather than panels on surfaces. Solar tiles are already available, and there's just plug-in stuff as well. I think you might be right there, Paul, because it's just silicon, isn't it? The second most abundant element on this planet, is it one of those? It's up there. It's up there at the top. There's an absolute ton of it. It's in sand and soil, so it's not that difficult to get. And boobs. Fake boobs. Imagine. Well, it's not actually. You're fully comp. Should you ever visit, by the way. Deets in your Discord. Thank you. But no, I'd be more worried if I was third-party fire and theft. I'll give you that. I want solar Louvre blinds. They're a thing, are they? No disciplinary will be all right. Hang on, during the match. So they were, before the match had started, they bought a pregnancy test thinking, I'm going to need this. How sure were you that Mexico were going to win or lose? No one's doing a celebratory bonk is all right, but a commiseratory one, like, ugh. Loads of men cry when their football team loses. Is that what gets you there? Well. Uber Eats deliver groceries too, says Proper Memes. True, but don't eat your pregnancy test. Someone's weed on that. Don't eat it even if no one's weed on it, but you know what I mean? Kermit, says Martin. And the problem there is that the market is linked to the price of expensive gas. God, don't get me started on that. It is the dumbest plan ever, isn't it? How should we sort out the pricing? Let's pay the top dollar, even when we've only used a little bit of gas. Let's pay that amount for absolutely everything. We're being railed like a footballer's widow during a Mexico match. If renewables are free, why do they need subsidies? Well, no, they're not free. But yes, we shouldn't need subsidies. The market should be able to fix that. But of course, they're not free. Because you can't just shine the sun on a pair of fake boobs and make electricity. Or can you? I don't know. And I'd be willing to do the research for free. I cry during bonk anyway, says Proper Memes. I mean, yep. No one's surprised. Confirmation of what we probably thought. There's been no Sid for ages, Squirrel. And you missed the bikini ladies. Oh. Yeah. I don't think she doesn't have anything to plug. The jingle's still waiting. I missed the bikini ladies? Where are they? They were supporting England for some reason. How's your piece today, Steve? It's doing all right. It's a little bit, it's cold in here. Sorry, what's the question, Charlotte? Oh, I see. Yes, it's set. My piece is set. Before you make a rude comment, says Charlotte, it's too late. Have you seen the thing? I mean, what you unboxed last night. Firstly, sorry, you're right. You were right to predict I was going to imply my penis. Or infer my penis, or unfirm my penis. Something. I'll show you in a second. Thank you. Paul says something in foreign. And then poor Mr. and Mrs. Schrodinger. But at the same time, they had a great time. At least Schrodinger's cat was dead and alive. You know, it's getting spun around like a record. Finally, before I jog on and do some of the other stuff, a Star Wars clone trooper walked in. I need something to do the sound. Clearly, you know I'm going to be doing a Star Wars clone trooper walked into a council-run repair shop to get his sci-fi gun fixed. The costumed fan, why would you wear the outfit for it? That's just taking it too far. Was on his way to a convention. Get changed when you're there. And he had a broken replica Z6 rotary blaster. Oh, yeah, the Z6. To the Early Repair Shop, cafe. And, yeah. But because it's a repair shop cafe, I mean, it's not like a normal repair thing. I imagine there wasn't a lot of parking. And that's why he said, I find the lack of space disturbing. It's a good bucket, isn't it? You see, it might not have been a penguin. It could have been another coastal bird that looks black and white. A lot of work going into today's show. Just thought we'd point that out. So, we're about done. Hang on. That wee face. That's... No one's weed on my face. We're thinking of pregnancy tests again, aren't we? Pete Burns. I bet he does. Because he's feeling hot. Thank you. Meanwhile, although I did have this as well recorded, we might, while I get ready for the next bit. Hi, I'm Stephen Allen, just been on UK Live talking, that's why I'm wearing the outfit. So I thought I'd take this moment before we start the live show to say, why don't you support the show? Because I saw how much they were getting on UK Live. Why don't you support the show by giving some money in the chat or at kofi.com/Mr. Stephen Allen. I'm wearing my badge that I wear. Don't worry, I watched a YouTube video once. Nothing quite like mocking YouTube on YouTube and then wondering why my career's going nowhere. But only if you give money at kofi.com/Mr. Stephen Allen. Can I afford to keep wasting it on things like this? Thanks. It's a good bucket.
Here are the plugs where you can see.
Activate trigger. Come on, start AI tracking. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, join me over here. Well, you basically know what I'm doing, but plugs. I've already done this, so 1 o'clock I'll be on Talk. Then tonight, Bethnal Green, 8 p.m. I'm doing some stand-up comedy. Then, I'm actually on GB News tonight. I forgot to put that in. Making it all the way around there. Then, tomorrow, Times Radio, 5:30, but they've cancelled the gig in Bethnal Green. Thanks. Feeling ripped off. Then GB News on Sunday, 7 p.m. Ah, lovely. You're up to date. That's where you can see me doing all of that stuff. What we got going on here? Cancelled by the World Cup. Yeah, should have flipping... Thank you. I should have made a jingle for that. Honestly, it makes me as mad as a Moroccan. The bucket is making me sick. Well, that's good news. Probably means, because if you need a bucket, it's for Easter. It was an Easter egg. For the Easter egg hunt we did with the kids. And then the missus threw the bucket out, and I took it out the bin, because I quite like it. It is a great sound as well. You're right. The classic bucket hat. Yeah. And just say, trust me, bro, in your ad, Steve. Sorted. Oh, I'll work on that one. Thanks, Squirrel. I'm wearing my Welsh bucket hat, mainly. Well, is that a Welsh bucket? I think that might be a contraceptive thing. I know there's the sponge. The Dutch cap's a thing. I imagine... No, the Dutch cap is when you get to play for Holland. I don't know what's happening. We're up to date. Did I just do a football joke? Mad as a Moroccan. 4-minute warning. Good point. Well made. Thank you very much for watching. We've done all of the stuff. You're up to date. There should be one on Tuesday and Thursday and Friday next week. Get yourself subscribed. Click something on YouTube. I don't know what it is. Any of it seems to be good. Leave a comment. Leave a thumbs up. Subscribe. All of those. Thank you very much for doing all that business. And substack.com/@Mr. Stephen Allen. But looking at the weekend, I guess I won't have a lot of time to do anything. Till next time. Bye.